Capricorn, welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. What's up? What's going on? Like always, yours and theirs is an energy read between yourself and someone else. So let's go over the ground rules, yeah? Take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs, energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today may not necessarily involve or be about a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex-type situation. It's whomever's in that dynamic as I'm describing it. So it could be about a family member or friend. I don't know. It's up to you. Point number one. Take what resonates, etc. And do keep in mind, they may not resonate at all. These are general collective readings, you know. It's frustrating, but it does happen. You know, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Easy peasy. What's up? Show me Capricorn and their person. Show me Capricorn and their person. What's going on? Show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like one more. What's going on? Show me Capricorn, please. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. As I said in the intro, reverse those energies. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Page of Wands. The Tower. Three of Swords. Okay. Nine of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. And Seven of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. And the Emperor. Back up. Eight of Wands. Interesting. Four of Cups and you're over you. I see that. Yeah, I see that you are upset. I do. I see it. I get it. Four of Cups. Upset. Unhappy. Lethargy. Not being on the same page, and it's at kind of high level for you right now. We got feelings, and it feels like none of them are good. Okay, so we already kind of know if this is yours or not. It's very specific. Page of Wands, little guy. Tower. Three of Swords. We had some explosive energy here. You look upset. It's almost like you're saying, this is catastrophic. I regret opening up. All it did was hurt me. But it's such a little guy, Page of Wands. Kind of a strong reaction compared to what I'm seeing. Because that is a very strong, I'm upset. I regret opening up. All it did would cause me pain and heartache. But it's such a small little guy. Page of Wands. I'm very curious about that. Very strong reaction. Because theirs is kind of blunt. Don't get me wrong. Nine of Wands. Excuse me. The Knight of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. There's resistance from this person. Walls. And it looks like they're marching on or marching forward. But it's not necessarily in concern or connection to you. There is something here that they are slowly trying to cultivate, and I don't know it's necessarily being cultivated in your direction or with you. Okay? And that might have been the issue. That might have been a problem. But they do have walls of resistance up. Now, is it a full ending? We're going to clarify. I don't know. But I think you are reacting very much to their resistance. It looks like it was exclusionary. Perhaps you feel excluded from this person's work and or endeavors. Part of the plans. I don't know. Seven of Pentacles is so slow. And it can suggest plateau, you know. And that's one of the tricky things with Seven of Pentacles. We have some proof of life. We have some proof of growth. But it also slowed or possibly is threatening to stop. What's one of the reasons why it's not my favorite? Which one is it? But regardless, it seems to be not wanting to include you, at least now. Or at least for now. King of Pentacles, the Emperor, Eight of Wands. There is a lot of strength of will in here. There's a lot of battle of wills in here. Okay. I'm looking at a couple of folks who tend to be very practical, very steadfast, very commanding in their own right. They're both used to having a certain level of say and sway, as I like to say. Okay. Both are used to kind of commanding and or shifting their own particular environments. They have their own sense or system of doing things and their own sources for power and empowerment. Okay? When these two work together, they're fabulous. They're amazing. And when they don't, they can both be at heads or bump heads. Okay. It looks like the proposal of some sort of communication between these folks. So let's start with you and that Four of Cups. What's going on? Let's say that Four of Cups. Let's say that Four of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there it is. You're looking to do something and you're frustrated as heck, okay? Because you aren't included. You want to be included. You want to know what it is you can bring to the table on this, and you feel like your energy has nowhere to go. You can switch speeds if you want. You can say, I can slow it down to match you. I can speed up. There is a restlessness in you to participate, and you're saying, where is my energy best distributed? How can I contribute? And you're frustrated. You're not getting the feedback you need or want. Okay. We're going to see why. Because it looks like you're frustrated that someone's not asking for your efforts. Okay. So let's take a look at why. Because you're showing me I was stupid to open up to this. Stupid. I don't know if it's all that, but it's hitting you like it is. Okay, let's say that little guy, Page of Wands, and that's why it's got my curiosity here. So let's take a look at him. I want to see how you saw yourself or were hoping to be included. Okay, time, energy, and effort here. Let's see that Page of Wands. Because this is coming across as functionary so far. All right. But you are reacting very much on this personally affected me level. And if that's true, I need to see why. Let's see that Page of Wands, please. Page of Wands for the Page of Wands. King of Wands. The Empress. Because it means a lot to you personally. It's supposed to be a couple pages. It doesn't mean too much. I'm just putting a little bit of interest in it. But when I clarify it further, I get the same page. Who behind it had hope in the King of Wands, in the Empress energy. So you put a lot into this in terms of how you were feeling towards them, a lot of regard for them or the situation. Okay, so I think what you initially felt was the spark of interest, hope, I want to be included. This could mean something to me in terms of emotional prospects and then possibly empowerment status in some way. Perhaps we can match some energies here. It'd be a good fit. It'd be a good match. So you had a lot of hope behind it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it was supposed to be a little bit, Page of Wands is here twice. And when I look behind him, there's massive amounts of energy. Okay. So what started out as a little hopeful prospect, there's actually quite the wallop of energy, intent, meaning behind it. Okay, feelings specifically. A sense of pride. Let me show you what I can do. Okay, and it's not wrong. You're deeply tied to the key word here of ambition. But there's a sense here of it could be a match. There's an emperor, there's an empress. Maybe we team up. Maybe we could mean a lot to each other. So there was quite a bit behind it. So, and now phenomenal tower energy here. It says, I regret the whole thing. I regret opening up. I regret putting myself out there. So let's see it. Show me the tower, please. Show me the tower. Excuse me. Show me that tower, please. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Yes. We regret this. It looks like we kind of had a little bit of an undersight regarding our energy. King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, the Page of Swords, again, little guy. Nine of Pentacles. So there's your sense of can-do attitude that I very much associate with you. I know you're experienced. I know you take pride on ownership and individuation of the self. I know these things about Capricorn. I'm aware. Okay? It's my only prominent earth placement is midheaven. Oh boy, does that sign ever kick in when it comes to work. Sometimes I love it and sometimes I fucking resent it because it's that same thing that says, but did you triple check it though? Okay. Yeah, and that's when I just want to pull that Capricorn energy aside and just leave me alone. But it don't happen. No, I'm glad though. I'm actually glad because I consider that a safety net because sometimes my emotional influence is high between Scorpio and Aries and I just want to go and Capricorn's going to be like, mm-mm. This though. Did you do it twice? Did you do it 3 times? Did you do it 4 times? Okay, you get your sign. I'm just saying, I'm trying to tell you that I believe you when you tell me you were bringing a lot to the table here. That was your plan. That was your intent. But behind it, okay, was a very small insight regarding your actual emotional motivation. Okay? I believe you when you tell me you got the goods. You could step up into this. Prove it. It's almost like you're coming across as prove your worth. But the thing is, what we didn't quite see was how much emotional energy we're putting into this. Okay. There's a sense of passion in this, a sense of, let me show you what I can do. So that was healthy pride, healthy ambition. But also, see, we're the same. Somebody here's an emperor, I'm an empress. You know? And you regret it. You regret it. We didn't quite understand how big our feeling was when we put ourselves out there. Okay? We didn't have the insight, or we didn't want ourselves to have the insight, but it meant a lot to you, and it feels like you're being rejected and slapped across the face, and it's okay. So we were offering more than our experienced selves in this scenario. Okay? But we couldn't see it at the time. I think you see it now. How much of your emotional self you were putting into this. All right? Let's see that 3 of Swords. I mean, I get it. It hurts. I do. But honey, some people want to do things on their own. And some people, they're like, thank you for your offer to help, but that's not the kind of influence I want here. This is something I need to do. Okay? Let's see that 3 of Swords. Show me that 3 of Swords. Show me that 3 of Swords. Yeah, I know. Oh, I see. The Sun, the Lovers, the Page of Cups. There it is, honey. See, it's okay. Let's just be honest. Okay. I know who I'm talking to. You can talk to me. That's fine. All right? Safe space and all that shit. Okay? I love it. Just tell me. I just want you to tell me. That's it. Okay? Yeah. It hurt a lot because you feel like you're being rejected by someone whom you understood or felt deeply without quite fully acknowledging it, that it was going to mean a lot to you. The Sun, the Lovers, the Page of Cups. Again, you're showing me little pages over large concepts. You had felt that maybe this could go somewhere. Maybe this could mean something. Maybe if I find a way to include myself in what they're doing, it'll mean more. Just let me prove myself, prove my worth, this kind of thing. And I know that this very much speaks to you in terms of your pros and, of course, your cons. You can't have one without the other. And this is true for all 12 signs. Okay? You were anxious Capricorn. You wanted to get in there. Okay? Prove yourself, which you don't need to do. You don't need to do. Okay? Who you are as a person is going to speak for yourself well before the feeling of what you were hoping behind all that. Okay? And that's why you feel you regret putting yourself out there, because it's like massive rejection. With this, you felt the Sun. With this, you felt the Lovers. It's just Page of Cups, though. Right? Just pages. Do you see what happened? Okay. Here's the real feeling behind a page. Here's the real concept behind a page. Here's why it hurts so bad behind a page. Because we hoped it would be more. I just want you to know that I know and I get it. I understand it. I do. That's why you're so upset. That's why you're so pissed off. That's why you wished you hadn't put yourself out there or opened up. Okay? Do you get it? It makes sense. It makes total sense, okay? It makes sense. I get it. This was like I'm not trying to minimize it, honey. It's not. You experienced like the adult spiritual version of a really intense crush. Okay? I get it. I don't think you had evidence that this was a lover. I don't think you had evidence of that. I think you had hoped it would be there. Okay? Again, I'm not trying to pick on you. And you should know by now if this is your reading or not. So if it's not, don't worry about it. Go check your other placements. For those of you who get it and you're like, I get it, and you're nodding, you stick around. This might help. Or don't. Free will. You don't have to watch, honey. Pause it. Turn it off. Tell me to go fuck myself. I'm not going to know. And if you put it in comments, I promise you YouTube will pull it aside and I won't see it anyway. So it's fine. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. It's okay. That's just coming from a sore spot. I know. I'm not stupid. It's coming from a sore spot. That's all it is. All right. Let's go in here. Nine of Wands. Show me that Nine of Wands, please. Let's see that Nine of Wands. Show me that Nine of Wands. Show me that Nine of Wands. All right, I'm going to go ahead and briefly go down this line. I think it speaks for itself. We don't need the majority of the emphasis here is on you today, as it should be. Okay, but yeah, I don't really want to dig into this. If you really want rhyme and reason, I think you already know. There's that Eight of Wands, blockage, Chariot, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, there was a communication here that looks like it was roughly rejected about the emotional value, not wanting to proceed in that way. You know. A Queen of Cups, a Chariot, Eight of Wands. It was roughly communicated. It looks like it was rejected. The offer was rejected to take this down the emotional avenue, if you will. So we're just going to go ahead and summarize it like that. That's like my heart does not move in that direction. Okay, either in this connection with you or for any particular reason. I know, and that was pretty rough. That was a pretty rough wall. That was a pretty rough wall. It's like I'm not, we're not having that. Okay, let's go ahead and see that Knight of Pentacles, which I see over here, so Four Cups, not on the same page. Or if it's here to be included and not knowing what to do about it. If somebody doesn't want to include you in their efforts, especially at the emotional level, then we know. You might have gotten mixed signals. Okay, that would also make sense. But mixed signals, at the end of the day, guys, there's a simple formula. Mixed equals no. Okay? I don't quite know why you peppered this person and their energy with such small pages of hope, and maybe it can lead to this, include me. Let's see that Knight of Pentacles. To be honest with you, that's the only thing about their energy I'm curious about. Because it is at the heart of the reading, and if you are new to tarot, hello. Couple points you want to pay attention to. Opening card, heart of the reading card. Overview, and the outcome is not really, it's actually the placement I'm least interested in because that's the one that's most subject to change. Okay, but just FYI. All right, people get so fixated on the outcome. I don't. Two of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the World. That world is under their point of view or perspective, contemplation about opening up or closing off. It still works in either position here, okay? About their movement forward to include you. It looks like they're making decisions in another way, okay? They thought about it, but honey, I mean, anybody who has to think that much, that long about whether or not they want to include you in any sort of endeavors, a life goal, or in love, you know, it's either going to be a yes or no thing. There's no reason for all this delay. And to be perfectly honest with you, it looks like they already have plans in place to move forward in their own terms and conditions for mobility, growing something or doing something. And I will say this, they rejected the communication at the emotional level, but they did take their time about the actual practicality. Okay? All right, let's see that Seven of Pentacles, please. That's a lot of thinking, and that world is very much under their factor of consideration. Seven of Pentacles, please. Whether or not that changes, I could not say. I don't know. They seem to keep a lot of distance between you and them. The Knights of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Empress. How interesting. I mean, I don't know. Guys, I see emotional rejection right away. Walls. Slow contemplation about whether or not to include you in their life goal, their life direction. They seem to think of it in the terms of I can open or close this at any time. And then further out, Seven of Pentacles, they have an energy rise towards you in a way. Knights of Wands, Six of Cups, the Empress. After much time and contemplation, there is a stronger appreciation for you. I don't know what you're supposed to make of that. So I can sit here and tell you not all hope is lost. But by this time, you already feel massively rejected and foolish for having put yourself out there. And I don't know. The straight up wall right at the beginning for clear emotional communication that's loving and supportive and directional too with the Chariot. That long contemplation there right at the heart of the reading about whether or not to include you in their life at all. And then suddenly it's like getting back to that old garden they neglected, Seven of Pentacles. When I clarify, I can't say that it's not lovely. It's lovely. Knight of Wands, Six of Cups, the Empress. There's some passion there. There's some remembrance. Oh yeah, there's a special connection here. And then they kind of see your energy unfolding as the Empress, which is what you were kind of peeking behind to begin with. I hope they see that quality in me. Maybe I'm their Empress to their Emperor. I don't know what's with all the delay. That's a lot of time, guys. Only you can figure out if this is something worth waiting for. And I'm not advising you. I would never do that. You know? And even then, I could just see them chilling years later from now, reflecting on what they could have had with you. Let's jump on over here. King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Ace of Wands. I don't know. But I'm not advising you to wait. I would never do that. If you're familiar with my work, you know. Okay? You would know. King of Pentacles. Well, that's something, honey. Can't say that it's not. But I want you to be realistic. When they move forward this way, sometimes they do this, and then they go back this way. The Hanged Man, the world at their disposal, Two of Wands. Over Knight of Pentacles. When I tell you that slow rising energy and the appreciation for the connection and seeing you as the Empress, when I say it's further out, it is much further out. I'm not doing that to be mean. I'm doing that for those people who like the insta sensation and gratification. This is not insta. Okay. Let's see that King of Pentacles, please. Let's see that King of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see that King of Pentacles. What's up? Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, that Queen of Wands. That's who you are on the regular. I just know that's how you are on the regular. I just know it. I know it. You're someone who's very practical in life. You're very resourceful. You got your coin together. You got your balances together. And that makes you feel good. When you go out there and you kill it every day with that Knight of Swords, you're taking care. This is you on the day-to-day. You're perfectly lovely, practical, reliable, cohesive, and you have a natural fire streak in you. I've seen it many, many times. You're naturally passionate, and you are someone who is naturally a go-getter, and you're very capable. Okay, so let's not forget that. Let's go ahead and see that Emperor. Show me that Emperor. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. This is them. Okay, especially if you said I could be an Empress for you. An Empress with some heat on it. I believe you. Let's see that Emperor, please. You're perfectly natural in your environment. You love what you do. You're good at it. You're competent as heck. King of Pentacles. And there they are, contemplating you again. It's the Hanged Man. And the Eight of Wands. Eventually, over much time, I don't know. I don't know. Out of courtesy, I might do a time check, but let's not get caught up in that. Over much time, they continue to contemplate you. And then there's fresh line of communication. I don't know when that will be. Let's see what the results are. And even then, uh-oh, what's this? Oh, that's right. I was working with some new fresh ink earlier this morning. I fancy myself an artist on the occasion. And I believe that was magenta. Okay, let's see that Eight of Wands, please. Let's see that Eight of Wands. Show me that Eight of Wands. Show me that Eight of Wands. Let's see, honey. You may have moved on by then. I don't know. It's nice to see that they think so well of you in future after much due consideration. Let's see that. Let's do one more. Eight of Wands, please. There's his. Judgment. I knew it. Three of Wands. I know. Jeez Louise. Okay. Let me put this on the line right now. I do not advocate waiting. For those of you who are new, waiting causes a great deal of harm, emotional and psychological. It ties into human beings, not a sign. A human being's greatest strengths and therefore their weakness is this thing called hope. Hope can keep us going, and hope can destroy us. You need to know which one is healthy hope versus false hope. Okay? So when I'm telling you to not wait, you're past the point of rejection. You're past the point of wishing you hadn't put yourself out there, and that you still long in your heart to this day for that lover's connection. Okay, but that doesn't mean you're waiting. Waiting for them to miraculously turn around and appreciate you. Do we understand this? If you're waiting, we're already lost. All you showed me is the residual effect of how your heart still hurts over this. And then your physical showed up. This is who you really are. You're not some lovesick Capricorn that's out there crying your eyes out at the sea. Okay? You have everyday balances that you are fantastic with. You build who you are. You build yourself up. You do this every day. You see that Knight of Swords over here? You're someone who is accustomed to taking action. When it came to the situation, you had nowhere to go. They gave you no room to exercise your sense of contribution, help, or emotionality. Remember how that was rejected? I know you do. So when I'm telling you, you need to be living life and continue to operate like this, that's what that means. I'm not advocating waiting, because I don't know how long it's going to take for this person to figure some shit out. And they have some things to figure out on their own time, on their own dime, and it's not for you to be wondering when it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. No. For some reason, this is one slow cook mother. Okay? We're talking crock pot here. But in a human being, that's taking years. Look at my face. I am not joking with you. So hey, if you're still single in a couple years and they come back around, and they will, you will have decisions to make. Okay. That's a decision. It was the communication that will come around in due time. And this is a boomerang effect, and it's the slowest, longest throw on a boomerang I've ever seen. But it's going to happen. For the Cappy I'm looking at, when I tell you this person contemplates you slowly, like out of sight, out of mind, that's exactly what that is. So I'm glad that at some point in the future, they finally see you correctly. The way you had suspected from the very beginning. You got that. I give you full marks for that. You suspected with all those pages, but you didn't know. Okay, fine. I'll give you that. They finally see the promise that was there that you saw initially. They see the promise, but it's much further out. It's right there and it's simple as hell. It's kind of like, duh, right? And they contemplate you. They see who you are multiple times. Head of household, you earn, you're practical, you stand up, you do right, you always show up, etc. And you throw yourself into whatever you do. They know these things about you. And finally, that communication crawls on through. And it does come back around. It is under judgment / lesson. The timing will be when the timing will be. This is going to be an exercise in patience for them as they learn and for you to continue to live your life. So how you will respond to it, I don't know. That's on you. It looks like you're going to have a lot of time to think about that. I don't mean that to be mean. I'm saying this took time. And somebody somewhere finally catches on the point, oh, I keep thinking about old Capricorn there. Maybe that means something. After all this time. Okay. So that took a while, is my point. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. It is so far out, I don't know what your reaction is. I just... very slow growing appreciation for the connection, how they feel for it, and how they finally see you, who was here this whole time. Okay, so if you are indeed that Empress, you don't contest this. You don't keep fighting it. Why aren't you choosing me? Why aren't you choosing me? You left it alone, painful as it was. The Empress and the Emperor have a tendency to not ask why I wasn't chosen. They just understand that this person was not of their equal or caliber. Okay, at the time. That's it. So what you're going to say, I don't know. But like I said, you had lots of time to think about it. This is what your priority is. Stability, harmony, flow. Yes. Eventually there'll be, if however you want to do it, karmic balance and justice in the end. I see that as well. That kind of thing. It would be unexpected. Oh, I bet. Also, keyword here for some of you being runner. What else, please? Yeah, I know. Like I said, every now and again. Oh, we have an epiphany much later. After much spying, watching, inspecting, like I said, every now and again, they stop. Go like that. That Capricorn was offering a lot. And then they go back this way. Okay. I think we got it. Do we got it? I think we got it. I should hope so. 3333. Fuck off. Of course, that caught my eye. How you'll see it is different when I edit out the beginning and ending points. But for me, visually, that was 3333. I'm cautious, guys. I don't do that. Oh my God, Capricorn. I never believe it. They come back around and they offer you everything. I don't do that shit. I'm a person who has real human experiences. Prior to this, as many of you know, I worked traditionally in mental health counseling. Okay. I see how tarot is very much beneficial, layering on top of those things that are traditionally human, psychological, emotional behavior patterns and things like that. So when I tell you this is outside the norm, it is. And when I tell you there's just some things we don't always understand until much later, that's also true. Okay? Where you will be at this time, if you're still available, I have not a clue. Letters K, O, we have the cat in the upright, listening to our intuition. This is very good. And then we have the medallion of Gemini, but it's in reverse, the keyword here being intelligent. Some of you or this person perhaps is known for their intelligence. And just out of courtesy, because even I'm like, that's a lot of time. So your sense of time frame that I'm going to see here today is under the assumption that we're past that tower now. We cannot believe we opened ourselves up towards this, but we still feel the ache or the promise of what could have been. On a stormy day at dusk, stormy weather, also backed up over here. A stormy day for some of you might be the literal translation. On a stormy day around dusk for some of you, within 18 months, on a foggy day. They're really emphasizing poor weather here, which I love. I love stormy weather, but foggy, stormy dusk. And then for some of you within an 18-month period, a year and a half. Okay? All right. I do hope that this helps you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Good luck. Use good judgment. You will know if you want to open up towards this or if it's correct for you. All right? You got lessons in there too. I hope this helped you. Take care. Be well.